Hey everybody, welcome back to class. Today is all about hamstring exploration. So one of the main comments I get from students is tight back, tight low back, and hamstrings. So today we're gonna do a lot of exploration and moving around in the hamstrings, seeing if we can get them a little bit more loose. So whenever you're ready, I'm gonna meet you in a forward fold. So just come to the top of your mat, step your feet either hip width apart, but I like to go mat width apart right here for the start. Whatever feels good for you, and just grab each elbow and just sway left and right. And I don't want too much of a bend in here in the knees to where it's all in the back. I want you to feel a little bit in the hamstrings. Go to where you feel that 60, 70% range, to where you feel a little stretch. And then we're breathing there. So once you get there, just breathe, sway left and right, maybe shake the head yes and no. Just give yourself a little thanks for showing up today on your mat. As always, it's good to have you here, and I'm excited to flow with you. And our hamstrings are excited as well. So one more breath here, maybe sitting the tailbone a little bit higher, dropping the belly button a little bit further, feeling a little bit more of a pull in the hamstring. Wonderful. Let's bring the hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. We're gonna pause here for a breath or two. So here I want you to really drop the belly button down, engage the lower back so your back is erect. So you're trying to reach the spine and chest forward. And you feel that hamstring stretch at the same time. If your knees have a micro bend here, that's great, that's fine. Just go to where you feel comfortable, and we're gonna find one more inhale, maybe give a little pull with the hands, pulling the chest forward. Oh, that feels good. Now let's exhale, fold forward one more time. And this time we're gonna grab each of the big toe with the two peace fingers. And if you can't reach the feet, just grab the ankles, whatever feels good here. Or if we can, grab the big toes, and we're gonna pull a little bit here. Just breathing here, 3 breaths. And this time, I'm gonna invite you to pull in at the lower navel. So pulling the belly button in, letting the chest and head drop a little bit more, maybe lifting the tailbone up a little bit more, feeling the stretch. One more breath, inhaling and exhaling. On your next breath in, bring your hands out in front, inhale, halfway lift. Just heel toe your feet back under your hips. Exhale, fold forward. See, the hamstrings already feel great. Let's roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, standing up nice and slowly. Here at the top of your mat, we're just gonna inhale, bring the hands up as high as you can. As you exhale, fold forward all the way back down. We're gonna start flowing, picking up the pace. Inhale, just halfway lift. And as you exhale, step or jump back into your chaturanga or plank pose, up to you. Inhaling up dog, open heart, feels good. Exhale, down dog. One breath here, down dog. First one, maybe pedal it out real quick. Whew, we're hopping right into it today. Inhale, bring that right foot up. Reach it high. As you exhale, step that foot down in between the hands and drop this left knee down. As we inhale, we're coming into this knelt lunge. And as we exhale, we're gonna pause here. So I want you to pull in the lower navel, feel a little lift from the hips up, keeping the hips square. Usually we're open here, and we've gotta pull the right hip crease back. So make sure you're nice and square here. One more inhale. Maybe open up the chest a little bit. Keep that lower navel tucked. As you exhale, hands are going to wrap this right foot. Straighten out the right leg here. So we're in a runner split. Do the best you can to keep your hips square to the front of the mat. Bring your hands under you. If you need a block, this would be great. And here we're just going to do some cat-cow. So on an inhale, see if you can drop the belly button, open the chest. As you exhale, curl and round. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Inhale, open up. So it's a nice little movement. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, open up. You feel that hamstring stretch out. And again, just exploring this area. Exhale, curling. Inhale, open that chest up. We're gonna bend this right knee, open the heart up as well. As you exhale, come into your chaturanga or plank pose. Inhaling up dog. Scoop it up, open heart. Exhale to your down dog. Left foot this time, inhale, reach it high. As you exhale, we're planting the foot down. Same thing here on the left side. Drop the right knee. Inhale, come into your knelt lunge. Finding 2 breaths. Lower navel is tucked here, so stay strong. Hips are squared, reaching the hands up and high. If you want to open up the heart a little bit, it's up to you. Just feeling it however you want to. One more inhale. As you exhale, hands are going to wrap this left foot. Straighten out the left leg. Walk the hands under you. Pause for a breath. Feel that appropriate stretch in the hamstring. This is already a beautiful stretch even without the cat-cow. The cat-cow can be very small movements here. Again, it might even just be a little sensation here like this. Just whatever it is, inhale, open up the heart, pull forward. Exhale, it's rounded. 2 more, your own pace. Inhale, open. Just feeling where the hamstring gets that nice pull and move along that line. You're not overdoing anything. Just playing around, exploring the hamstring. And it gets a little bit better every time. So on your next inhale, let's open up, bend the knee, open up the heart. As you exhale, come into your vinyasa. Go into your chaturanga first, maybe. Inhaling up dog. Exhale into your down dog. 1 breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's gaze between the hands, jump, step, or float to the top of the mat. And as you inhale, we're going to come into a halfway lift. As you exhale, take a fold forward. We're going to find a breath here. Maybe you hug it in, lift the hip bones up, already feeling better than the first forward fold. Feels great. Find another exhale. As you inhale, engage the back here. So as you inhale, we're straightening out the back, then lower the feet, come up all the way, reaching high. As you exhale, fold forward. Same thing with the back. It's erect the whole time, keeping that hamstring pull. As you inhale, it's halfway lift back up. As you exhale, step or jump back into that chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhale into your down dog. As you inhale, right foot is going to lift up. 3-legged down dog here. As you exhale, plant the foot down. Feeling grounded. We're going to keep that left knee up this time. Inhale, lunge pose. Pausing, 2 breaths here. Feeling the pull. I want you to feel the underneath parts, the parts underneath the right leg, that right hamstring, pull in. So pulling that right heel towards you. Awesome, low navel's tucked. 1 more inhale here. Wonderful. Go ahead and straighten out this right leg. Reach up, inhaling. As you exhale, fold forward all the way over that right leg. Hands are going to chuck. Hands are going to come down. If you want to, you can drop this left heel down. But if you need to for your hips to round more, you can keep up on the left toes. I'm going to drop my left hip down. Just do your best to round this left hip forward. Deepen the right hip crease back. So again, you might already feel a really juicy stretch already here in the hamstring. If so, if it's too much, you can always bend this knee. Find that appropriate stretch. But if you feel good here, let's do some cat-cow movements. Inhale, open up, reach chest forward, drop belly button. As you exhale, curl around. Inhale, dropping, open up. Exhale, round. It's like a massage for that hamstring, I swear. Inhale. Breathing with your movements. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, this time we're going to bend that right knee as well. Open up the heart, maybe looking up. As you exhale, take your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good job. Inhale, left foot comes up this time. Hamstrings are feeling better already. Exhale, step that foot down. Ground it down, inhaling into your lunge pose. Woo. 2 breaths here. Maybe 3. Keep engaged, lower tummy. That Uddiyana Bandha, it's your best friend for all these vertical poses, keeping you upright and feeling good. Pull that left heel back. Get some warmth in here in that left hamstring. 1 more breath here. And then inhale, we're going to straighten out that left leg. Reach up here. Exhale, reach far, forward, fold over that left leg. Maybe you drop the right heel down, maybe you keep the heel up. Pause for a breath, just see how the body feels. Giving some love to this left hamstring this time. So maybe you just skip the cat-cow. If this is already too much, maybe you find that micro bend. Just breathe here. Maybe do some little movements with the pelvic floor. Whatever feels good, but if some cat-cow is what you want, let's inhale. Drop the belly button, reach the chest forward. As you exhale, curl and round. Inhale, opening up. And exhale as you round. Do 2 more, your own pace. Breathing with each movement, doing the best to keep your hips square to the front of the room. Just keeping that engagement with your body to where you're not just falling apart in certain areas as you're doing a little bit of movement. You want to keep that right hip wrapped forward, left hip crease deepen. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we're going to bend that left knee, open up the heart. As you exhale, take your vinyasa, chaturanga first. Inhale, up dog, open heart. Exhaling, down dog. 5 full breaths here before we do our last sequence. Our last sequence is going to be the hardest one. But just making down dog, you're a little balancing, like a little home base pose where you can step back to your breath, back to your intention. Just taking a pause. Feel how the hamstrings feel. Like maybe you might be able to drop the heels down a little bit more than usual right now. Maybe you might be able to lift the hip bones up and drop the belly button through the thighs more. Wherever it is, find one more inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Right foot lifts up this time. Inhale, reach it high. As you exhale, step it down in between the hands. Inhale, come into your lunge pose. As you exhale, we're opening up into our warrior 2 this time. 2 breaths here. Squeeze that right heel in. I want you to feel that right hamstring underneath. Warm up. Stay deep into that right knee. Pulling it forward. Pulling the heel backward, not forward. Let's flip this right hand. Inhale, reverse. And then while we're here, we're going to actually straighten out this right leg. Reach as high as you can on the inhale. As you exhale, reach that right hand forward over the right foot. We're coming into our triangle pose. Left hand can reach to the ceiling. Maybe your right hand comes to the ankle, a block, or maybe even the ground. The goal here is to keep this right side body as long as the left side body. And again, we're giving love to that right hamstring. So feel like that left hip crease, it's going to the back of the room, getting long here in both side bodies. And the right hip crease deepens here. Feeling that stretch. Let's find one more breath in here. On your next exhale, we're going to wrap this left hand down to the ground. Maybe you step it to the left side of the foot. Maybe you step it over. And we're going to inhale, come into a twisted version of triangle. Breathing here. Again, just gives them a little different stretch to the right leg, more on the outer side. For one more breath here, inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Wrap both hands around the right leg, drop the left knee down, and we're gonna sit down on that left heel. So we're gonna pause here for Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, pull the chest forward towards that right foot. And as you exhale, let's fold over that right leg. Maybe you interlock the fingers around the foot. Maybe you just rest with your forearms here. Whatever's best, just drop the belly button down, feeling that right hip crease deep in here. Some still breaths here. So the only movement we're doing here is with your breath, no cat-cow. And just feel that right heel reach towards the front of the room, the right hip crease reach to the back of the room at the same time. Last breath here. Great, on your next inhale, gaze forward. We're coming all the way back up, open up the heart. As you exhale, take your chaturanga or plank. Flowing all the way through to your down dog, breathing every step of the way. Left side, inhale, left foot reaches high. As you exhale, step it down in between the hands. We got this, inhale, lunge pose. And then we're gonna exhale into our warrior 2. Here, squeeze the right heel back. I want you to feel the underneath parts of that left hamstring. Get warm here. Hips stay under you the whole time. Lower navel tug, let's flip that left hand. Inhale, reverse. At the same time, straighten out that left leg. Get long here in the left side body. As you exhale, reach long towards the front of the room and then make your bend. I'm sorry, not make your bend because you want to keep the spine straight, but just make your ascent with your hand. Your hand comes down wherever's best. And we're breathing here. Giving that appropriate stretch to the left hamstring. If you need to micro bend it here, of course, it's always an option. Just finding what's best for you in your practice. Maybe it's morning, maybe you're not as flexible as you would be in a night class or warm class. I got the room to 77, so I'm feeling good. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, we're gonna bring the right hand down, maybe over the foot. We're gonna find that twist. Inhale, bring the left hand up. Breathing here. Feeling the stretch more on the outer edges of that left leg. Feels good. Find another inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes down, wrap the hands around the foot, drop the right knee to the ground, and we're gonna sit down on the right heel. January Shirsasana, pause for a breath to get set up. We wanna lift, so hands come down, pull the chest forward, drop the belly button down. You should feel a stretch here before you even forward fold. So like right here is good, but we're gonna add the forward fold as you exhale. Belly button stays where it is, maybe it gets lower. And we're breathing here. Same thing here, that left heel is reaching forward. So engage the quad just a little bit, and the reciprocal inhibition. That's what it's called when you engage the opposite muscle to relax the other side. So in this case, it'd be the left quad. So give a little bit of engagement to the left quad, engaging that leg, sending that heel forward. That's your hamstring lengthen a little bit more, and send the left hip crease back at the same time. It's a fun little game to play. One more breath here. On your next inhale, come on all the way up. Ooh, I just stepped on my left pinky. Inhaling, and then exhale, take your vinyasa, last one. Make it the best one yet, flowing all the way back into your down dog. And we're breathing here. 5 full breaths, just seeing how your hamstrings feel. Mine feel great. Maybe getting a little bit more space, maybe just dropping your pelvic floor down a little bit more here in your down dog than you normally would. Feels great. The lower navel is pulled in, feeling the hip creases deepen as your hip points reach up to the ceiling. Getting rid of that last little curvature in the low back. One more breath here. We're gonna jump step or float through the hands. We're gonna come into a seated posture. So come into your butt. We're gonna sit down all the way. Find an inhale, reach the chest up, reach the hands all the way to the ceiling, get long through the spine. As you exhale, we're gonna take a forward fold here. Just pause and breathe. Pulling in the low navel. Just a normal little hamstring stretch. Reaching the crown of the head to the feet. Your body's nice and warm. One more inhale and exhale. And as you inhale, come on all the way up. Hop back onto your mat if you need to. And we're gonna come into upward plank, so hands come behind you. Bend at your knees. Bring your feet about a foot away from your hip bone. And as you inhale, we're bringing the hips up. Exhale, drop the head back. Feeling a little stretch in the shoulders and the chest. Lifting the hip points up. Really just a rejuvenating pose to end your practice. Again, these poses don't just take energy, they give you energy. So one more inhale here. Big inhale into the chest. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Exhale, sit the hips down. Straighten out the legs. Again, engage the quads enough to where maybe your heels lift up off the ground. Let's inhale, reach the hands high. As you exhale, take one last forward fold. Last one, finding that 70%. Reaching both heels forward at the same time and trying to send the belly button down as you reach the hip creases back simultaneously. Again, it's just that same little game in most hamstring stretches and poses. Just finding your place in the game, really, just like where your body is in the process. Just experimenting around with it and exploring around them areas. So on your next inhale, let's make our way up all the way. And lie on down back, onto your back. Hug your knees into your heart. Maybe rock left and right. We're gonna find some supine twists before we find our Shavasana today. So let's straighten out the left leg and straighten out the right foot to the ceiling, like that right heel is pointing straight up to the sky. Maybe pull that leg towards you, get a little hamstring stretch here. Find one breath. Wonderful. And on the exhale, we're gonna switch hands. That left hand's gonna grab the foot, ankle, or knee and come down to the left side, and we gaze to the right. We're breathing here, full breaths into the low stomach, just slowing the breath down. And as you inhale, come back up to the center and bring the right leg down, left leg's coming up, grabbing at the ankle or the big toe, whichever feels better. Finding a couple breaths here into the hamstring. Last hamstring stretch this leg. Feels good. And just really deepening your breath, slowing your breath down as you're in your practice. So on that exhale, let's switch hands on the foot or ankle and come into your supine twist. Leg drops to the right, gaze to the left. 2 full breaths into that low stomach. You feel a little sense of gratitude start to kick in as you slow breathe. After that last exhale here, just inhale, come back to the center. Left leg drops to the ground to meet the right leg, making your way into your Shavasana. Maybe your feet are as wide as mat width, so the toes can fall to the outer edge of the mat. Just resting the eyelids down. Really just enjoying some softness here. And if you can, as you make your way deeper into your Shavasana, just give some attention to your hamstrings. So maybe a lot of awareness there going on right now, a lot of sensation. Just feeling into that and feeling how open it is. And let that feeling sort of drift throughout the rest of the body, down the legs to the feet, up the legs to the arms, the chest and shoulder, neck region, all the way to the head, just feeling open everywhere in the body. And staying here for as long as you want. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me. Until next time, namaste.